With the recent news of Henry Cavill being fired as Superman and James Gunn wanting to move in a different direction, I started coming up with some theories about where they could go and when Henry Cavill could come back in the future. Now, they did say that they wanted a younger Superman, but it also wouldn't be an origin story. And I really hope that they don't do a young Jonathan Kent Superman as they have been in the modern DC comics, because that is boring. Instead, they might be looking for something like Superboy. And I'm not talking about the new Superboy who's a clone of Superman. I'm talking about original Superboy from the 50s. James Gunn seems to be one of the kind of guys that would go into the more obscure and weird characters, especially older storylines, and I think young Superboy would be something right up his alley. I feel like he'd bring in the Legion of Superheroes too, and maybe have Superman interact with them, considering they have been around for so long. And I also feel like even though it's going to be a younger Superman, James Gunn will still probably put it in the direction that'll lean more into the cosmic aspect instead of the earthbound storylines. Because we can only see Lex Luthor in a different variation on screen so many times before it just becomes redundant. And that ship sailed a long time ago. For me personally, it'd be a lot more interesting to see a young Superman going out and exploring in space, finding the more cosmic aspects of DC. That way they would be able to introduce, finally, the Green Lantern Corps. Who knows, maybe a young Superman stumbles upon a planet that's under the watchful eye of the Green Lantern Corps. It doesn't have to be Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart or Kyle Rayner or Guy Gardner right off the bat, or even Alan Scott. They could just bring in like Kilowog or somebody else, but somebody to just plant that seed that we can eventually see the Green Lantern Corps. Or heck, even a different color Lantern Corps, it doesn't matter. But this gives us the opportunity to see that. Finally. On the other side of the coin, we do get to still have the hope that Henry Cavill can come back in the future, as James Gunn said in his now infamous tweet. And I'm thinking the best way that you'd be able to bring Henry back would either be for a crisis event, or they'd be able to bring him in for a fan service moment, as they would also be able to bring in Grant Gustin's Flash, Stephen Amell's Green Arrow, basically anybody from the CW shows or previous movies that they want, and have them all interact together on screen. It would kind of be like their Avengers Endgame moment where everyone gets to come together, and that seems like something that is probably possible, but the one that I'm really holding out for is Kingdom Come. If they're able to do it soon enough, and if he's still open to it at the time, we could get Michael Keaton's Batman in the mech suit, and we could also get Henry Cavill come back as Superman, considering Christopher Reeves is unfortunately gone. And I don't think Brandon Routh will do it, since he already did a version of Kingdom Come Superman in the CW shows. Now, the only other place that I really think that we would be able to see Henry Cavill come back would be if they open up the multiverse and do a multiverse movie, which I think they were going to be doing with The Flash, but honestly, I hope to God that movie does not see the light of day anymore, but I guess only time will tell. What do you think? Do you think we're going to be seeing Henry Cavill coming back soon? Or do you think it's going to be a long way off? Or do you think he's not going to come back at all? Are you excited for a younger version of Superman? And where do you think they're going to take the new character? Comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe.